everybody. First things first, we are going to take a look at the day one convective. If I can get back over here. And as you can tell, things have changed quite a bit. We still have a marginal risk for storms to happen in the central part of Oklahoma, southwest, all the way down into Texas, and then a general risk on the outskirts of that. And so, as we had seen, confirming basically what model data was pointing to the other day, yesterday when we did the live stream, and basically showing that not only was the cap strong, but and we'll go and we'll visit that now as well. But basically, the indications were that there was very little to any. I gotta fix this here real quick. Oh boy. Give me 1 second. I've got to take and get back over here. There we go. And so I've got to fix this here real quick. Why is it not picking up? There we go. Okay, so basically what the model data is showing is this, and this is from the NAM 3K, so this is a medium range. It's not the short range models yet. It does go out to 60 hours though. And so if we take and we look and we have this, bring it all the way over into Thursday. Let's go back a couple. So there is 7 p.m. on Thursday. Excuse me. That is Wednesday. Here's Thursdays. $3 p.m. 4 p.m. You start to see a little stuff down here at the bottom. Light, precip, nothing significant. 22. Now then, one thing that I will say is that there is probably going to be some thunderstorms and stuff like that that's going to happen early in the morning on Friday. And so we'll have to be able to get that data here as well. However, most of it is going to be further east than our area that we're looking at. So north central Oklahoma looks like that it's probably going to be dry for the most part. We can come back over. We need to look at the Cape and see basically what the Cape values are going to be. We can come on over all the way over to basically where these things start at, which is going to be more toward the end of this model. So there's 19, 20, 21, 22. So there's a little bit out here along the dry line where some of that moisture is made to transport up and down into the Texas region, but really nothing for Oklahoma as well. And that would be why they took and they dropped that down to just a marginal risk. And so no supercells at all that would be showing up in this. let's move over here. So that's Supercell Composite for 5 o'clock. There's 6 o'clock. There's 7 o'clock. Basically the same thing as what we were looking at. A little bit more intense down here in Texas. And so moisture values and everything else probably are going to just be a little bit better down there as well. Let's see what we've got here. Let's go to precip. Let's see what the dew points are going to be for that region. And for the most part right now, we're really, really dry. The air is dry. And so it'll be something that we need to take and watch. But as the days go on, like I said, we'll be getting those southerly winds. We'll look at those here in just a second. So 50 dew points starting, 2 o'clock. There's 3. There's 4, 5, 6, 7. And so you can see those dew points, and that would be synoptic for what we were seeing there a while ago. Moisture is transported. Really sharp dry line out here along all the way up into Kansas. So you got 18 dew points, 13 dew points out in Texas, with 53 dew points out ahead of this. And so we'll look at the temperatures as well to see what those are going to be. It's chilly out right now, with temperatures in the 30s and even up into the teens and 20s out in 30 degrees there around Medford, Waukeeta, Alva, in that area. But the good news is that as the day progresses, we will start to see a warming trend happen, and so temperatures are going to get up into the mid to upper 50s, maybe a little bit lower up in your area, 51 at Enid, 52 over around Ponca City, and so mid 50s, low 50s in north central Oklahoma, mid 50s in central, and then we get down to southern Oklahoma where we start to see temperatures approaching 60 degrees. But as we go through, we look, temperatures come down, there's cold air. That retrogrades, and you'll look at the temperatures out here, and this is another reason that and you can see the dry line start. It's right here. This is the dry line that will punch east. Again, temperatures in the 50s and 60s out ahead of that. Very dry air back behind, and that would be also a reason for that fire watch. And so it showed that region earlier as well as to what was going to happen. So the other thing we need to look at is the wind at the surface. And so we have northerly winds now here as the day goes on. We notice that the winds start to switch, and now they become southerly, so that's where the warming begins. Now they're southerly, southeasterly, and they really the temperature starts to warm up as we get later into Wednesday and Thursday. And so by 7 p.m. on Thursday, temperatures are going to be 60s and 70s out in the Texas Panhandle. So, let's run over here real quick, and we're going to take a look at WSV. And one of the things that we're going to look at on WSV is, in fact, that fire outlook. And this would be for day 3. There's day 4. And so this is indeed that exact area that we were just looking at just a second ago. And with that dry line punch and everything else coming through. And so areas definitely that will be under fire watch for sure. So other than that, the radar is very clear today. These are current temperatures. And so 43 with dew points in the 20s. So 28 dew point there at the Alva Airport, 25 with a temperature of 41 degrees. So cold and dry. So if you're scraping your feet across the carpet and you see that big electric bolt coming out of your fingertip against whatever metal object that it is, now you know why. And so also, if you're pumping gas, be sure to discharge any static electricity before exiting your vehicle. Ground yourself somehow before touching that pump handle, because there has been instances where that energy has been transferred and it creates a spark and then it creates a fire, and you don't want to be part of that. So with that being said, that's basically the outlook that we've got. I've been praying that we get some rain, and I hope that we do get something, because these areas are very, very dry. As a matter of fact, I can go and let's see. Let me see here. Drought monitor. I can go to drought monitor and see what we've got here. But give me 1 second. I think maybe it's over here. I know that I actually have it on here. I just have to find it. And I mean, I don't need to take and drive this home because you already know that we are very dry. Very, very dry. Um, so I'll find that and we'll do that on a later stream. But for now, I mean, like I said, there's no need for me to take and here it is, drought monitor. So I mean, we get up into the extreme regions from all the way up to where you all live in north central Oklahoma, Anthony, Kansas, all the way over to Sedan, Ark City, and then even higher, or not higher, but uh, Thomas, Woodward, Fairview, Enid, Stillwater, Kingfisher, and things start to come down a little bit as you get out into Elk City region, Hobart, Chickasha, that area, and then far southeast and eastern Oklahoma. Obviously, they've received a lot of moisture, so therefore they are not in that predicament. But you get around Bouse Junction, you get out around Boise City, Beaver, Perryton, Stratford, Liberal, Buffalo, Elkhart. Man, you guys are dry. And so all the way up into the what would be considered probably southwest and west central Kansas, all the way over to virtually Salina in that area. Is it really dry? And so we need rain for sure. So, anyhow, um, obviously we know that these things will happen. When and where, we'll just have to keep an eye out for. But that being said, we'll go ahead and stop the stream here. I wished I had better news. I wished I had, that we were going to get some decent rains. But from what we're looking at as well, now, again, Friday, different story, especially Eastern. As a matter of fact, we can go over to the forecast and we can look at the, let's look at the number one, precip, the 6 to 10 day precip. And so, as we see, not much happening in that. Let's go, we'll turn that off. And then let's go to day 4 convective probabilistic. And this is the region here that will have a better chance for severe weather coming up Friday. And so basically drawing a line from between Bartlesville and Veneta, Pryor, Tulsa, all the way down to probably somewhere around Okemah area, down to Holdenville, Colgate, and then you get over into right along the Arkansas and Oklahoma border, and you go into an enhanced risk. So that is where we stand. So there's the cold front that came through, gave us those cooler temperatures. It's draped across from southwest to northeast. And so, but like I said, this will retrograde. We'll get some recovery later this evening. Hopefully the cloud cover clears out. There's supposed to be a astronomical event that's happening where 5 planets align. And so that would be interesting to be able to see if we can. So clouds don't clear out. We can also take a look real quick before we take and close out the channel at the visible satellite and see where those clouds are socked in. So a little bit of stuff over the top of us now. Let's go to infrared and see what we can see. So pretty much the same thing. Not necessarily. Let's go visible too. So down here where we're at, we've got some clouds. It looks like probably things are cleared out a little bit more up around the Vance area all the way up to the Kansas border. We're still kind of sort of socked in with clouds here as well. But I would imagine that as the day progresses that will actually burn off. So that being said, that will be the live stream for today. Again, like I said, I wished I had better news for especially north central and western Oklahoma. But unfortunately, that is not the way that it is. And so, one last thing before I go, subscribe, notification bell, and we haven't done a stream schedule. Like I said, all of that is dependent upon time and whether I have the opportunity to do it. But if you haven't subscribed to the channel and you know people there in north central Oklahoma that would be interested in this weather channel, then please share the link with them. Be sure to have them hit the notification bell, and that way they'll know when we go live. We have a warning system set up now where we can take and do severe weather alert. And so anytime that there is a need for that, we will go directly to that, start the live stream, and go from there. So, anyways, hope y'all have a blessed day, and we'll catch you, Lord willing, tomorrow. Have a good day. and God